Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Alrighty ho, so in this video, this is project 2. It's the first video proper for this series, and in this video we're going to actually document a brief for the project. Okay, so a brief is basically what the client wants. Okay. Um, so to do this, we're gonna document this brief in Revit. So we're going to use both the drafting view and text tools. Okay, so you know, we do design and part of the design process, but we're also um, using and learning Revit at the same time. Okay, so first things first. What we're going to do is create a drafting view. Now, a drafting view in Revit speak, or in layman's terms, is essentially a piece of paper. Okay, Revit is a modeling tool. It's a three-dimensional, virtual tool. However, sometimes you just want to write things down or draw things that don't require 3 dimensions. So drafting view is a really good tool for this. So we have to get to the drafting tool. Okay. And incidentally, this view here, that is a drafting view. Okay. So this is what they look like. So we go to the View tab in our ribbon. We go to the Create section and we go to Drafting View. Okay. So we just click on that. Oh, wants me to save my project. That's a good idea. Here we name the drafting view. So for this one here, I am going to actually call it the client brief. The scale's not important if we're just using text. Okay, so because I'm only going to use text, I'm just going to stick to 1:1 scale. That will be sufficient for this project. Okay, and the reason being is that Revit always prints text at scale. Um, and we'll understand that better later on. Okay, so just go OK, and you'll see here that in the browser, in drafting views, okay, um, I had the video introduction page, but we now see the client brief um, appearing here because that's where it wants to go. Right, so we now literally have pretty much an unlimited blank white space. Think of it as an infinite whiteboard or a piece of paper where you can do any two-dimensional work you like, whether it's text, drawings, bring in drawings, all sorts of stuff. It's a very powerful tool in Revit where you don't, um, you know, uh, where perhaps 3D work is going to be too complex or you're not going to get the results that you really want. So the next thing now is we want to create some text. Okay, so again, back to the ribbon. We go to the Annotate tab here. Okay, and this is where all your writing and annotations occur. In the text box here, in the text section, you'll see that we've got a text command there. Okay, and there's a short key there of TX. Right, so I'm just going to click on that. And the first thing we're going to do is have a look at the properties. Okay, so I'm going to go left click here, and based on this template, okay, this is what I am seeing. Okay, so they have, we're using the font Arial, and we've got 2.5, 3.5. You probably won't see these two because I've been playing around with text a little bit, but 5, 7, you might see these as well. Okay, But at the end of the day, these are the text boxes that we're going to use right now. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to start with 5mm, because I know, I've got a pretty good idea of what that's going to do. So I'm going to click on the 5mm Arial text. Okay. Now, to write text or put text, all I need to do now is just go left click. Okay, and that was really, really tiny, so I have to zoom in. Okay, once I clicked it, now I can actually see my text box. So really now it is just about typing. Okay, it behaves very much like a basic word processor. Okay, so I've got the client brief there. I can highlight that. I can make that bold if I wanted to. Okay, which I will, and I can start typing. So what do we need for our client brief? I said we've got about 4 minutes to get this done to keep the video nice and short. Okay, so let's say classic design style. The client wants a 3-bedroom home, okay, and a master with walk-in robe and ensuite. Okay, that's a fairly classic thing. Now I just accidentally hit the escape button. Do I want to keep the changes? Yes, or I can just go cancel and stay back in here. Right, so 3-bedroom home. We want a classic pitched roof. Okay, that they want to be sheet metal. Okay, they want the external cladding to be brick veneer, fairly sort of standard practice in Australia. And they want a single garage. Okay, now this is in addition to, we'll say in here, obviously, plus the usual amenities. Yeah. Now to finish the text box, actually one thing here, if I click on this, highlight all of that, I've got a nice little, again, bit of word processing there. I can put a bullet point in there just to make life a little bit easier. To finish the text, all I need to do now is left click out of there. Sorry, hit escape. Do you want to keep the changes? Yes, you do. And done. Okay. So very, very simple. Yep. You go annotate, text, left click where you want the text. You may need to zoom in to see everything, and then you can start typing. Okay, and to delete that, you just hit the delete button or type in DE. Right. Now, with that client brief in place, we can finish the video and we can move on to the next one, which is probably going to be looking at building a topo surface or a topo solid based on the information that I provided in the survey file. Okay, so until then, we will see you later.